There was a homeless woman. She would sleep in front of a convenience store, and she had a lot of stuff. She just had a lot of stuff, and I was just curious where she moved her stuff during the day where it wasn't there, and how she would bring it back at night. That was one thing. But then she was laying there all huddled up, covered in her blankets. I just looked at her, and I just said, you know, God, there's just no reason why people have to live like this in this country. We have too much wealth in this country for people not to have a place to stay. And I knew that God had allowed situations to happen to bring me to that place to realize what my purpose was. This is going to be my life, is trying to raise awareness about homelessness. So the shirts were, the idea was to spread them out to as many people as possible who are experiencing homelessness in DC, so that people will see them, so that people will see the shirt, read the message, and it would kind of make a mental imprint.
I heard about Charles Purcell, again, when he was on my Facebook page, and he would post different things about, you know, what he's doing, actually on Instagram as well. And I said, wow, that's so cool. He was trying to raise money for, I think, some tote bags or something he was trying to do, and give the money, of course, to help homeless people. So I decided I was gonna buy some shirts, give them away to people just so they can put them on and hopefully post them on their pages. Because just by creating awareness, you get the word out. So I put on one of the shirts, put on one of the sweatshirts, and just, you know, posted it, pointed to the, you know, logo, and in hopes that they'll also follow Charles and buy some shirts, because it doesn't take a lot and it's not expensive, and they're super cute.
So I started the e-commerce through Shopify, so that people could just go ahead and buy a shirt if they wanted to, or not just a t-shirt, but there's also tote bags, a coffee mug, hoodies, and a sweatshirt right now. And it will probably grow, but that's the items that are offered through the Shopify, through the e-commerce site. But if people just want to donate, they can do that as well. I recently became homeless back in 2015. Because I lost my job and wasn't able to keep up with the rent. And like most Americans, living paycheck to paycheck. And that's where I am right now. It's kind of my life right now, my journey. When I was doing more of, you could say, panhandling, I used to have signs of encouragement. I wasn't straight out asking people for money. And that stuck with folks. And I had a man, a couple of years ago, and I had my sign out that said, "Today's another second chance." And he was a tourist, and he actually walked up to me and handed me $20, and it was like, "Thank you, I needed to see that." And that still even overwhelms me, because that just shows no matter what state you're in life, you can inspire somebody else.
While I've never met Charles, we've never had a conversation on the phone, we've interacted on social media, and my feeling about Charles is that he has a heart of pure gold. Because it's obvious he doesn't have a whole lot of money himself. He's always trying to raise money in order to give money to the homeless people.
This is the coffee shop that I usually come to. We're in the basement, and this is kind of like my area that I like to set up in, because I'm kind of out of the way and I'm not intruding because of my bag and just a lot of things. I need a little space, but I can set up here and get online and send my emails, or try to make my contacts and process orders for t-shirts and just whatever it is I need to do online. And this is the Facebook page for Homeless United, which is the nonprofit that I'm working towards starting. It's been a 4-year process, and I haven't given up on it. I have the initial kind of paperwork done, but because of finances, I had to kind of put that on hold and just do what I can do. But here you'll find the pictures of different people. Let me go to that photo album. And right now there's, I think there's 51 pictures in this album. But these are just pictures of folks. These are the folks from Sydney, Australia. She's local. And so you'll see some of the pictures of people. That's me. And it helps for folks to see that this is something that's really going on. In 10 years, I see myself running a successful nonprofit that's actually giving back to the community, helping people get off the streets and into permanent housing, not just being housed, but also having a support system set up to help them stay housed.